Vendors on Potters Key Dock and at Arawak Cay now have less than a week to come to some arrangement on thousands of dollars in outstanding rent payments or risk being put out of business. Candino Knowles reports tonight that while the majority of vendors have already made agreements with the government, the remaining vendors are risking being shut down.
Armena Johnson, a vendor at the local dock for the last 32 years, says she sympathizes with those who say they aren't able to pay up, but is mindful that the government has to be paid. And she's not the only one.
I think what he's saying is right. If you don't pay, you have to go.
I think the agreement is a good idea. They don't have to come up with the full amount right there and then, just pay something on it. I think it's a good idea, because they owe the government, they should pay.
The people out here, indigenous Bahamian people, that's been having a hard time. They need to be given an opportunity to come forth and pay. And shutting down on all of this thing, I think is out of order.
In a passionate appeal last month, Minister of Agriculture and Fisheries Alfred Gray warned vendors on both Potters Key and Arawak Cay that their businesses would be shut down if they did not pay outstanding rental fees. And over the last decade, outstanding fees have ballooned collectively to almost $500,000. The majority of vendors have come forward to settle the arrears, but Minister Gray says there still remain at least 10 vendors who are not heeding the warnings.
I'm still hopeful that within the next 5-6 days, which we have left, they will see the wisdom of doing the right thing, because it's in their interest to preserve what they have rather than lose it and try to get it back.
Now, when vendors met with the minister last month, an agreement was reached where vendors, depending on their location, would pay up to $200 a month on their arrears. The minister says the record shows that some vendors owe $30,000 to $40,000 in overdue rent accumulated over a 7 to 8 year period. Now, considering it has been almost a decade since some vendors have actually made rent payments, the minister believes he's been more than lenient.
I have given a sufficient amount of time to the end of this month for those who are willing to come forward. If they do not come forward, I have to believe that they do not intend to come forward.
Come October 1st, the minister says his department will move without fear or favor to shut every delinquent business down. Whether they feel it's fair is an entirely different story. Candino Knowles, ZNS News.